Welcome to Pretty Purist Live. Today we'll be talking about Klopp to Liverpool. Now, of course, Rodgers has been sacked. So what I want to know from you guys today, well, what impact do you think Klopp will have at Liverpool? I know he said that he expects to win the Premier League in 4 years. So what's your thoughts?
Well, we've seen his success at Dortmund, where he took Dortmund from to where they are now, even after he's left. So I'm hoping he can do the same at Liverpool as a Liverpool fan. But given the resources at Liverpool, we'd probably have to give it a few matches to see how he settles in. But I expect good things.
Sid?
I'm a big fan of Jurgen Klopp. I was really jealous when Liverpool appointed him because I always thought he would be a really nice successor to Sir Alex Ferguson at United. But anyway, I think we're going to see a lot of gegenpressing, which is Jurgen Klopp's tactic of containing the ball as high as you can in the opponent's half. And I think he might, although he said that he won't raid Dortmund, I think he knows a few players and a few key areas that he wants to strengthen at Liverpool, which would probably be centre back and some width.
Okay. Division?
I think that Klopp just brings a presence with him. I think in the Premier League it's very difficult to succeed because of the television money and just the money that these clubs spend, and then to draw players becomes difficult. And I think Liverpool, to compete with those big boys at the moment, the Manchester clubs and Arsenal, and to be able to stand in their company and draw the players that they draw, they needed a draw card, and I think they've got that with Klopp. I think he brings an identity to Liverpool. I'm sure he'll improve the way that they play. And it's just a pleasure from a neutral standpoint to see him in the Premier League. I think everyone's better off for it.
Yeah, so just to add on to that, I really love the style of football that Klopp plays. It's a very high energy kind of football, but at the moment I don't see the Liverpool players who can actually implement that kind of play. So I think some big changes are needed in the transfer market, and we're probably going to have to go for some youngsters that we're going to have to scout. As a Liverpool fan, I'm really excited about that.
Okay, yeah, just a that point. Okay, now it's the January transfer window. You, Jurgen Klopp, you have 50 million to spend. Who would you sign?
Well, I'm a big fan of this Gladbach youngster called Patrick Herrmann, who's not really a youngster, I think he's 24 now. He's lightning fast, he dominates the wing, he plays as a right winger for Gladbach at the moment, and I think he would add a huge dimension to Liverpool because he's an unknown quantity. Not many people know about him, but he can contribute to goals, assists, and he's going to be a German star, I feel. So I would go for Patrick Herrmann. If he's unavailable, I'll go for Domenico Berardi from Sassuolo. He's also a winger who would add some much-needed width to Liverpool. And the other position that I think they would strengthen in is in defence. Someone in the ilk of Ashley Williams. But if he's unavailable, because I know Swansea just love him, and as a Welshman, he'd probably want to stay there. Someone along the lines of Neven Subotic, who Klopp knows very well from his Dortmund days, and who isn't getting as much time as at Dortmund as you'd like, due to Hummels, Socrates, and even Ginter there now.
I think definitely, without a question, Liverpool need to strengthen their defense. Lovren, not cutting it at the moment. Sako, he's probably done a better job than Lovren, but I still don't think if you want a challenge for the title, as Klopp says he wants to do in the next 4 years, I don't think Sako is the right man to have either. So definitely a centre back, and I actually agree with the same two that Sid mentioned, Subotic or Ashley Williams. Ashley Williams probably more equipped, better equipped to play in the Premier League. Liverpool probably have the power to buy him, but as Sid mentioned, he the loyalty to Swansea. If that fails, Subotic.
I think Liverpool's two areas that they need to strengthen are quite clear. One, centre back, and the other is they need to add some width. I think in terms of the centre back, a real out there option though, I think it's Jesus from Inter. I think he's left footed, he's big, he's strong, he's quick actually.
He's not really starting at the moment.
Yeah, he's not starting as well. I think he takes the Premier League really well. He plays out from the back quite well. He just needs a manager that believes in him. I think he'd be a good option. In terms of a wide man, I think Sid mentioned on the side Balarabi. I think he'd be a good option. There's a few in the Netherlands. Al Ghazi is another one. I think an easier option would be Lavezzi, a short-term option. But those are the two areas. Whoever he brings in, I think Klopp's generally very good in the transfer market, so he'll address those areas.
And he usually goes for inexpensive options.
Yeah, inexpensive options.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's one of the things I'm actually excited about. I want to see what kind of youngsters he brings into the team.
Okay, yeah, just another important point. Liverpool, they lack a leader within the team. Who do you think Klopp is going to be looking towards to lead the team? Like,
As it stands, I don't really see Jordan Henderson as much of a captain, replacing the talismanic Steven Gerrard. I think a short-term replacement would probably be Martin Skirtle, just because he commands the area quite well. He's very vocal and he knows the club really well. So I would go for him as a short-term captain.
Yeah, in terms of leadership, like on the field, in Henderson's absence, I've seen Milner stepping into the role quite well. Perhaps not as well as he'd like to contribute in terms of football, but in terms of leadership, I think he's got the team under. He got the team pretty well, and I think it was evident in the Everton match. I can't remember who it was, but there was a fight where he stepped in and controlled the situation really well and calmed the situation
It
down.
was Sacco and Lukaku.
Yeah.
I'm on a Henderson train. I think he's a right now I don't think he's a perfect captain or a perfect replacement, but I think he's going to grow into the role. I think it's the beginning of the Klopp project, so you might as well start off with him, and then maybe 2 or 3 years down the line when they're really at the peak of the project, I think then he'd be a better captain than he is now. That's my take on it.
so there you have it. Exciting times ahead for Liverpool. Do join us again next week.